But let's come home now and talk about we've talked about under 20 girls. Let's talk about the under 20 boys. And we're talking about the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. Plenty of promise as well around the Flying Eagles because this is a team graduating from being world champions at the under 17 level into the under 20 level. And the coach of the team has been doing a lot of work. He's not been saying, look, my boys are world champions at under 17 level. It should be a stroll in the park for us going forward. This over the weekend, qualifiers against Lesotho. Lesotho failed to show up because of fears over the Ebola virus that we are already curtailing in Nigeria. CAF has confirmed walkover victory for Nigeria. So our boys are going to Senegal without kicking a ball in the final round.
Well, immediately after that walkover, the formality was performed. They played the friendly game. That shows how serious the team is. By the time the player gets home, they know that they work for their money. So you can't just perform the normal work. You have to see play the team. And they defeated the team. Was it 16 or thereabout? So I think the Cameroon fans didn't waste their money. They had something to go home with. I'm not particular. I'm particular about the fact that if we had played the two-legged game, we'd have seen what the Lesotho team would have been. But he just forced me job. There's nothing we can do that.
I feel sorry for Lesotho because really I think CAF should have been a little bit more sympathetic to their cause, because these are young boys of 20 and the parents and the people will be look, outbreak of Ebola is spreading in Nigeria.
People are still traveling to Nigeria.
Let me ask you, Tony, what do you think CAF should have done?
How about we move this game to next month until maybe we have a safer environment like we're doing for the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier?
It's actually interesting that these questions come because just today I was speaking with the Director General of the Nigerian Institute of Medical Research, Professor Innocent Ucha, and I asked him the same question, and he said, I think the reason that Lesotho didn't come was either because they didn't have money for the fair, or it was just going to be a waste of time. Because as far as he's concerned, the WHO has not classified Nigeria to be in critical danger in terms of being unable to manage the Ebola virus. As far as he's concerned, and everything that the federal government and the Lagos state government are doing, they have done very well in terms of isolating and containing the disease. Kaduna, where this game is supposed to take place, has not recorded a single case. Calabar, where the World Cup qualifier is supposed to take place, where Rwanda, the Nations Cup qualifier is supposed to take place, where Rwanda is also having issues. They've not a single case of Ebola has been set. Well, Lesotho is a small country anyway. Maybe probably the size of Ikeja and probably Surulere together. So if it was Lesotho, they could probably think, okay, it could spread that quickly. Nigeria is slightly bigger, slightly smaller than Texas, which is a massive state. We can isolate this disease very easily, and that is what we've done. So I think it's just a case of Lesotho just crying foul where there was actually none in the first place.
Anyway, for us, the summary is that CAF have confirmed the match officials actually came down for this game. The match commissioner came down for this game, performed the walkover ceremony, and announced that Nigeria was through to the next round of the African Youth Championship, through to the final round now. The finals itself that will be taking place in Senegal next year. All right, so congratulations to Flying Eagles, to Manu Garba and his boys. They are off camp now, and they will resume to prepare for the main tournament itself next year. Let's step up now. You just talked about Rwanda and the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations, but the story really coming out of CAF today is that Rwanda will not need to come to Calabar for the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier against Nigeria. The reason is simple, Dumnodi. They've been thrown out by CAF for using an ineligible player. So it's the case of Rwanda is out, Congo is in. For Nigeria, 2015 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers.
Well, they were scared of coming to Nigeria because of the Ebola virus. Well, there's no need to come to Nigeria. They'll be given an exit. At least the safest exit.
The honorable exit.
Yes, of the tournament. So for Congo, Congo will come. They won't make any complaint because they have a backdoor.
A lifeline.
Yes, they have a lifeline playing at the Nations Cup, and you never can tell. Things like this, they may just get the second spot
behind Nigeria. But let's talk very quickly about the Nigerian team. Stephen Keshi and the Nigerian Football Federation, we don't know how talks are progressing, but it's good news that Rwanda is out. Rwanda will have been a better more formidable opponent than Congo.
You think?
Well,
You think?
because I think
Congolese are doing exceptionally well on the continent.
Yeah.
A lot of, I mean, Congolese football
It's
is
true.
is-
That's true.
I thought they would have been.
we can't take things for granted.
No, I think Congo would actually be a stiffer test than the Rwanda.
Congo. We know what we saw in Nigeria.
You remember the 2000 Nations Cup that.
When we play the draw.
Yeah, and anyway, Rwanda have appealed this decision,
Okay.
and the CAF has said they will look into it, but it's not.
chances-
the
the
chances are
chance-
particularly slim.
Of getting returned is very slim. So that's the news coming out of CAF today. Rwanda is out. Congo is in for the 2015 AFCON Cup of Nations qualifier against Nigeria. So expect to see the Congolese in Calabar first weekend of September when they confront defending champions Nigeria in the opening game of the final round of the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations. All right, so let's now talk about the Eagles, Keshi, the Nigerian Football Federation. We hope we can sort things out as quickly as possible, get ourselves ready, because look, we are defending champions. We have to put our house in order and get ready to defend the crown we won in South Africa 2015. There are different kinds of reports coming out that Keshi's monetary demands are too high, the federation cannot meet up to it. But I think that's why it's a negotiation. And I hope they can sort things out as quickly as possible so that in less than a week, we can sort this one out and look at the task ahead of us.
Well, we are not the only one in this situation. A lot of countries in Africa too are struggling with how to get their players available. Let me just tell you the truth. The European League just started, and some of these clubs will want to hold on because at that point is where even the Serie A and the Spanish La Liga will be. They've never started yet. So, but for Nigeria, very important. We need to sort out this matter as quickly as possible. It's not going, nobody will want to hear that we didn't qualify for the Nations Cup in 2015. After all, Egypt won, and back-to-back they didn't qualify. So, and we know what it cost Egyptian football. They never recover from that. Up to this moment, they've not recovered. So I hope we get this things right. Well, we may take our group for granted, but the beauty is that two qualify for a group. If it is one, then I think it's a big danger ahead of us. But it is two where
one group will produce three.
One group will produce three, so you don't know what will happen at the end of the day. So that's why I think that's why the NFF must have seen, the administration must have seen all this permutation and say, okay, well, if it's first, okay, Nigeria will just at least second. But if it is one per group, but we must take things for granted. This is the Nations Cup qualifier.
Unfortunately, I still think it's the height of foolishness for anybody to believe that our group is easy. South Africa,
And you know the problem with our football.
and now Congo.
You know the problem with our football. When we have easy groups in qualifiers, we usually make a mess of them.
Oh yes, we do.
Even the one we have, an easy group that we have en route to the 2014 World Cup, you know how drawing Kenya in Calabar was almost giving Malawi the advantage until they drew at home as well against Namibia. So we really need to, yes, easy group, but Nigeria knows how to mess up easy groups.
Yeah,
and I hope that we don't do that as well. But before I come to you, let's tell you that be a part of what we're doing on the program tonight. Let's hear from you, particularly for those of you who've been asking, where is Tunde Koiki? Is back now with us on the show. So please take advantage of our platforms. Give us your own opinion. We've raised a lot of issues already on the program. Facebook, we're active. Twitter, we're active at channels_sports at Toyibitoyemai handle. Please get busy with us. Tweet us at those handles and let us read your comments real time on Sports Tonight. All right? I'm going to come back to your comments, Tunde, later on. But let's just quickly go on a break. And when we return from the break, we'll spend some time to talk about the politics. We've talked about the football on the pitch. Now let's talk about the football in the boardroom. And somehow it affects the football on the pitch. And find out how far we're going with reconciling our differences, coming together as a family, and moving forward in the interest of Nigeria. We'll come back with that and more on Sports Tonight after this break.